What's up, everybody? This is Information Man. Let's get into it right now. As everybody knows, I'll Be Sure. Remember I'll Be Sure? He has come out and he has stopped his silence. He's come out with a book where he's telling it all. But he recently was on a morning show and he revealed some very interesting things. First of all, he believes that Kim Porter, remember he had a relationship with Kim Porter. He has a son, Quincy Brown, who for whatever weird reason, Quincy Brown, his son, has been living with P. Diddy. I never understood why his son is living with P. Diddy and not him. As you can see on this picture here, it appeared like at one point in time they had a good relationship. I don't know what the relationship is now, but on this morning show, I'll Be Sure, he revealed a lot of stuff, everybody. He said that you could tell he was talking a little cryptic. He was saying it straight up, but he believes that Kim Porter's passing or death is not accidental. And he almost pretty much led to the idea, because I think he doesn't want to get like a countersuit. You know, he doesn't want P. Diddy to come after him with a countersuit. But he pretty much said that he believes that Kim Porter was a victim of P. Diddy, allegedly. Now, when it comes to his sickness, remember he had a sickness, he had organ failure, he was struggling. We almost lost I'll Be Sure. And they asked him candidly, do you think that he had anything to do with your sickness? Because we've had a lot of people on the YouTube streets and social media make that suggestion that P. Diddy had something to do with I'll Be Sure getting sick, because everyone else that was a part of his record company, something has happened to them. Either they're not alive anymore, or they don't have any money, or they just or they had a bad record deal or a bad fallout with P. Diddy. Okay, so Jaguar Wright is one of the main people who have jumped out there and said that P. Diddy tried to did something that caused I'll Be Sure to get sick. Now, another thing that I'll Be Sure says, and I'm going to show you the video clip here that he says in the video clip, is that he's talking about the industry, right? And while we look at P. Diddy and we say, hey, P. Diddy did a lot of horrible things to people. He took advantage of people. He got into all kind of weird freak off types of things, right? But you have to say, where did P. Diddy learn all this stuff from? Where did he get it from, right? Well, it's the music industry. And I'll Be Sure he indicts the music industry for being partly to blame for where everything has gone, because P. Diddy had to learn this from somewhere. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think he's not winning this trial, because I'll Be Sure will be, I think they've been asking him to give his testimony, account as to what he either witnessed, what his thoughts are about P. Diddy. And I'm telling you right now, I'm glad that I'll Be Sure is expressing himself and coming out, jumping out the window and telling us that, you know what, he believes that P. Diddy was behind his sickness and also behind what happened to Kim Porter and her mysterious passing of ammonia. He doesn't buy it at all. And then at the same time, what really puzzles me is, why does he have his son still living? What is the relationship that his son was still sort of living with Puff Daddy or Diddy or whatever, the Diddler, okay? So this really is crazy. Let me let you see this video, and here we go right now, folks.
I'm living my truth, and it's time.
So you were in that coma in 2022. You had the liver transplant, you had the tracheotomy, and all that stuff that went on.
Multi-system organ failure.
Yeah,
60.
Have they figured out what happened yet?
We will.
No, I mean, have the doctors medically, like, what happened to you?
Yeah, so
because you just collapsed, right?
Yeah, so just mysteriously out of the blue, which we do talk about in the book.
Yes,
what that,
I want to get into
what that process is. But so it's been quite a journey, and as I said, even as it relates to writing the book, I went through almost more than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Sex trafficking, really? What's wrong with you? No way, not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting, saying,
posting.
Yeah.
I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
but this is about Diddy. So let's be clear for everybody that doesn't know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's about to start. Yeah,
Yes.
they're selecting a jury.
So as you can see, he's breaking it down, y'all. He's telling it like it is. Let's get back to it.
On this train years ago.
Yes, many, many years ago, I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time. And I'm, grabbing Sean like, well, and she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participate in so and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant. It's something I've been trying to say for many, many years. And
He's telling his truth, everybody. Of course, he has a book to sell, so he doesn't want to give you the whole story. But I think that I'll be sure. I think he's believable. I believe every word that he's saying. I want him to speak more about P. Diddy and his treachery, right? Another thing. The industry is behind all of these things, because I'll be sure, as you saw in the video there.
Unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral damage, and in many, many ways. Many people's lives are affected. And in fact, a genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
You're blaming Diddy for that?
I'm blaming this entire industry and the way it's gone. And, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story of detriment, of diabolical, just heinous, whatever's really going on, it's unfortunate.
Is Diddy suing you or threatening to sue you?
No.
No?
I have the truth.
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys work.
Saying that there are people in the industry that have been trying to shut his mouth for a long time, that have been trying to shut him down and eliminate him. And then you can tell he really wants to say, you know what, P. Diddy was a part of whoever that entity is within the music industry trying to shut him down. So when you hear him revealing out of his own mouth, yeah, he believes that P. Diddy has something to do with his sickness and what happened to Kim Porter. But you need to also pay attention to the fact that he's also telling you that the industry's been coming after him for a number of years.
Tell the truth.
This is crazy, y'all.
Something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And
So
the only
yes.
reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because I was ignored. There was the most expensive PR campaign against me to shut me down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Tell the truth.
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive.
So I'm going to keep you guys, every time I get information, we get information, we're going to do, videos about this. We're going to talk about this. Everybody, let me know how you feel about this video that you just watched. What is your thoughts about it? Do you think P. Diddy was and is doing too much? But another thing that I wonder is, why is it other people like Clyde Davis, okay, these other individuals in the music industry, we haven't heard anything about them being brought to justice for anything? I find that very interesting, that P. Diddy. And another thing I want to say, because you got the people like the Umar Johnsons of the world out there. This ain't no conspiracy to bring a black man down. P. Diddy did this to himself. And now you got Al B. Shore telling you in his book, going to give testimony in the court case, and telling you that there's some shady things that's been going on in the music business wrapped around P. Diddy and other entities in the business. And I believe he really loved Kim Porter. I think Kim Porter was really his true love. You could tell he really feels some kind of way about what P. Diddy did to her, allegedly, in his opinion. In that video, you heard him say things about how, yeah, P. Diddy's in prison or is in jail, but it's about the lives that were ruined under him, that people need to realize that he ruined, or people were ruined dealing with this man, allegedly. I must say alleged because, it's going through a trial right now. Everybody, once again, let me know what you feel about this video, what Al B. Shore said. Leave a comment in the comment section of this video, and we'll be back with more presentation. I think Al B. Shore told the damn truth. Tell the truth. Take care.